What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another brand new video here on the channel. It has been quite some time since I uploaded, which I believe was all the way back in October now, which would have been like 3.5 months ago, I feel like. All the way back in the year 2023. We're in 2024 now. 11 days in. It is January 11th at the time of this recording. And I'm going to be ranking and reviewing every single anime I watched in the year 2023. Now, granted, that is not too many anime, just because I kind of went in an anime slump where I wasn't really entertained by much. I was watching a lot of Family Guy, the greatest show ever created, so we're just going to get into the video. Enough about the greatest show ever created. And we're going to get into the video with Vinland Saga Season 2. Now, I have read the Vinland Saga manga, so this anime was something that I already knew was going to happen. I already knew exactly what was going to happen. I've read like 170 chapters of Vinland Saga. I don't know where exactly I finished off, but I know I've watched everything that happens in Season 2. But I'm going to go ahead and drop it in an A tier, because Vinland Saga is just beautiful. I mean, the animation is beautiful. The soundtrack was beautiful. I mean, the opening on this anime was absolutely incredible. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Next up here we have High Card. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in bad or didn't watch enough, because, I mean, I only watched like 2 episodes of it, to be fair. But it was kind of really not that great of a show. But you know what? If you like it, do your thing. Next up is Psycho Pass. Now, Psycho Pass is good. I just don't know if it's A tier, though. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in a B tier for now, because it was pretty good. I don't know exactly what year this came out. Not 2023, duh. But I did go back and watch some of the anime I had on my plan to watch towards the end of the year, like November, December time, and this was one of them. I thought it was a pretty decent anime. I enjoyed it for the most part, so I'm just going to toss it in a B tier. And Temple, or Tempuru. This anime was bad. It was bad. I'm going to read the manga. The artist is the same artist who did Grand Blue. So I think the manga will just be 10 times better. But in my personal opinion, the voice actors just didn't fit this anime. Like, they were good voice actors. I enjoyed the voice acting, but they didn't fit the characters at all. So I just thought it was a kind of weird situation where it just didn't feel like a match. But not to say it was bad. I'm definitely going to come back to the series through the manga. But for the anime-wise, I just couldn't get into it personally. MF Ghost. I did not finish this show either, but I will throw it into C tier. I might come back to this show, because I did really enjoy it. I watched half of it, I think, exactly. I think it's 12 episodes. I watched 6. It was a great show. From what I watched, it didn't make me exactly want to go back and, watch all of Initial D, which I've never done. But for the most part, MF Ghost had me interested. I just, kind of got in a slump and didn't end up finishing it, but maybe I will go back in the future and finish MF Ghost. Next up is Oshinoko. That's an S tier. Obvious S tier. I mean, they knocked it out of the park with that anime. They adapted this manga absolutely perfectly. They couldn't have done it better. It was incredible. Loved it. Cannot wait for Season 2. If you have not watched Oshinoko, please do yourself a favor and watch this show. It is so, so good. Great Pretender. Now, this show, I'm going to say I didn't watch enough. I did not watch enough. It was not bad, but I just have not watched it enough to rate it. I don't think C is fair, but I also don't think I've watched enough to give it a B. I watched 2 episodes of the first season. That's it. I watched it kind of on a whim and just never really went back to click episode 3. At some point in the future, I do plan on doing that, just because it was entertaining enough for the first 2 episodes. Here's Demon Slayer Season 3. This is Season 2. Season 2. It was, it's Demon Slayer. I'm not a fan of Demon Slayer. If you look at some of my recent uploads from 3 months ago, I talked pretty poorly about the newest season, Season 3, which I think we'll know where I put that one. 91 Days. That's an A tier as well. I love 91 Days. This was a great, just 12-episode anime with a unique ending, and it really gave me, like, It gave me that feeling, you know, it gave me that good anime feeling. Like, I wanted more from this world, is what it gave me, you know? And I really liked it, personally. Liar, Liar, this was bad. I could not click episode 2 to, you know, I couldn't do it. It was bad. I did not enjoy it. I personally could not get into it. It was boring. But yeah, without further ado, the greatest show of all time, reincarnated as a vending machine. It's not good. It's not good. I was so bored. So bored. Nothing happens in it. It's quite literally just a vending machine in another world. The Apothecary Diaries, C tier. Now, it's C tier for 2 reasons. I watched 5 episodes, so I am by no means caught up to the series. It is still airing, but my lord, the main character, the guy in it, I don't remember his name, this dude is so annoying. It is unbelievable. It is so unbelievable how annoying he is. The show wasn't bad, and I liked the main character. She was funny. But this dude was so annoying. I could not stand him. Kind of put it on pause. I might come back to it. Might read the manga. We'll see. Don't really know what the future holds. Megumi no Cafe Terrace or Megumi Cafe Terrace. I don't remember exactly the title, but Goddess Cafe Terrace or whatever. Maid Cafe Romance Anime, A tier. Read all of the manga after the show ended, and it's a great manga. If you haven't read the manga, if you're into romance, slice of life, harem, you know, all that jazz, it's going to be an anime and manga for you, 100%. 16-bit Sensation. Didn't watch enough. I mean, I wouldn't say it was necessarily bad. It was just kind of... First episode wasn't enough to get me hooked, so maybe I'll come back to it, but probably not. The Dreamy Boy, or the Boy is a Dreamy Realist. I don't remember what the title is. The Boy is a Realist, something like that. It was bad. I didn't enjoy it. I watched, I think, 2 episodes. It was mid. It was, there's not much to say about it in retrospect. It's kind of just there. It's just kind of a mid-anime. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, A tier. I thought it was great. I have not finished it. I have 5 episodes left. I'm on episode 17. I just haven't gotten in the mood to kind of binge some shonen anime yet. And but I thought it was great. I made a video at the end of last summer, so it would have been August. So about 5 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, talking about how Studio Mappa is kind of falling off with their recent anime, and they kind of turned it around with this one. I think they did a great job with this one, although some of the drama revolving the studio and the workers has kind of been going through the rounds on Twitter, but I think Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 is great and continues the story. Amazing. Hell's Paradise. This one, it's a C tier. I didn't like it. I'm going to be reading the manga instead. I just dropped the show. It wasn't good. I didn't enjoy it. I think this is a prime example of what my video was talking about how Studio Mappa was falling off. The animation, the pacing, was just terrible. It was terrible. There's no other way to put it. It was bad. I mean, we'd stop in the middle of a fight and talk for, it feels like, an entire episode. And that didn't happen in the manga. That did not happen in the manga. The pacing in the manga is good. It's a great selling manga. It's, you know, ranked high on Mal, for, if you care about that, for good reason. Like, it's a good manga. I read part of the manga. I read the first 4 volumes, I believe, and it was a good manga. Put the manga down to watch the anime and did not get that same feeling at all. So, kind of the same thing for Shangri-La Frontier. I'm going to just C tier, I guess. The anime wasn't bad. The animation wasn't bad. Put that above Hell's Paradise, actually. The animation wasn't bad, but it was just... I think I'd rather read the manga for it. If I'm being 100% honest, I think I'd rather read the manga for Shangri-La Frontier just because I couldn't get into the anime. I'm not a big fan of fantasy anime, and I think I'd just rather read the manga. Mashle. This is a fantasy anime that I did like. I was really surprised by Mashle. I read the first volume in English like 2 years ago when I still purchased English manga, and I enjoyed Mashal through the first volume. But I didn't think I'd enjoy the anime this much. Season 2 is currently airing, and I have watched the first episode. It was fantastic. So I'm hoping that's going to continue to be great. But Mashal Season 1 was a yes. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. It's funny, it's entertaining, especially if you like One Punch Man. This show's for you. I mean, watch it. If you have not watched this show and you like One Punch Man, what are you doing? Genuinely, what are you doing? Here is another S tier for me, and that is Fooly Cooly Shoegaze. Now, I know as a Fooly Cooly fan, ever since the very first show came out, and I believe it was 2004, the anime that have come out after it have not been very good. They just quite frankly haven't been very good. But me personally, even though my anime list rating doesn't agree with me, I think Fooly Cooly Shoegaze was incredible. I think it completely captures that feeling of the original series. The soundtrack, the animation, the voice acting, everything kind of captures that same feeling as the original series, and I personally loved it. If you're a Fooly Cooly fan, of course, you're going to have to check it out. Loving Yamada-kun at level 999, a shoujo romance anime, and it was, I wouldn't say bad, but I just didn't watch enough. It's one of those things that maybe I'll read the manga one day, but I just don't think I'm going to come back to the anime. Not necessarily because it was bad, just because it didn't spark an interest in me when during a time of when anime kind of had to spark that interest in me to want to finish it. It did have a absolute banger opening, though. Check out the opening. Skip to Loafer, kind of the same thing. It wasn't bad. It just seemed like a chill slice of life romance anime. But I just could not get into it. I could not get into it. Ragna Crimson, this was bad. I watched 5 episodes of it. They were doing magic, fighting dragons, and all of a sudden they're pulling out AK-47s. I have no clue. Like, I don't watch anime with subtitles anymore because I'm learning Japanese. But I don't think if there was subtitles, I would still know. I don't think I would know what's going on. They just pulled out guns. All of a sudden, they were driving in a truck. I have no clue what's going on in that show. It was bad. I did not enjoy it. Cyberpunk Edgerunners. I'm going to throw it in. Didn't watch enough. And kind of bad. Cyberpunk Edgerunners is going to go in the didn't watch enough / bad tier. Just because I just couldn't get into it, man. I've tried 3 separate times so far and have not been able to get into the series. I know that is a very, very unpopular opinion, considering it just won Anime of the Year for 2022. I just didn't enjoy it, man. I couldn't get into it, and I'm sorry if that upsets you, but I could not get into this show. I think the animation's great. It looks pretty. It's a pretty anime, but I couldn't get into it. Maybe I'll try a 4th or a 5th or a 6th time. But I just don't think I can. I just can't. Now, an anime that is popular that I did complete is Code Geass. And it was a B tier. It surprised me. I had kind of hated on this anime for a little while, just kind of thinking it was overrated. But Season 1 was pretty good. I actually really enjoyed Season 1. So I'm going to continue to watch Season 2, which I am watching, in quotes. I'm 1 episode in, so, whatever. Zom 100, did not finish. I mean, I read a little bit of the manga, watched the first 2 episodes of the anime. It's just not a series that really grasped me in any way whatsoever. But, if you're into zombie survival stuff and comedy anime, I think it might be for you. A Galaxy Next Door also did not grasp me. I'm not a big fan of romance anime like this. I shouldn't, now that couldn't be taken out of context, but I am a massive fan of romance anime, but just not this one. Not this kind of style. I just couldn't dig it. I could not dig it. I just couldn't get into it. I was really bored with it, to be honest. Demon Slayer Season 3, this was terrible. I made a full video on this. I will link it down in the description below. If you want to go leave a comment on that video telling me why I'm wrong and why I'm stupid, please go ahead and do so. But Demon Slayer Season 3 is so bad. It is Mugen Train, Demon Slayer Season 2, Demon Slayer Season 3 have all followed the same exact format. Talk for a little while, or in the seasons format, talk for 4 episodes, identify the villains for 1, and then fight for the remainder of the time. I mean, this is the most basic plot I have ever seen in my entire life. It is so boring. It's so boring. 100 girlfriends who really love you. Again, I think C tier. I enjoyed it for the first 2 episodes. Have not watched all of it, but I will go back and watch it. I am a romance anime fiend, so when I get that itch, I'll probably watch it. Megumi no Daigo. This is a prime C tier. It was not bad at all. By no means was it a bad anime. I just didn't want to finish it. I just got kind of bored. Based on a manga from like the 80s or 90s. It's based on a really old manga. Which had a movie in the 90s. An old movie. And then it got a new anime. And the new anime was kind of good, but also kind of bad. But check it out if you're interested. It's about firefighters. That's basically it. Masumi-kun Revenge R, or second season of Masumi-kun's Revenge. It was really boring. Could not get into it. I liked the first season. Back 2 years ago I watched it. Or maybe 3 years ago now. I'm not really sure how long ago it was. I think it might be exactly 2 years ago now. Or exactly 3 years ago now. It's 2024, I guess. So, I mean, it's just an okay sequel. It's nothing special. Ron Kamonohashi. Secret Deductions. Pause. That one sounds kind of sus. But it's not. It's actually really good. This anime is actually pretty goddamn good. It's a pretty goddamn good anime. I need to finish it because I did actually really enjoy it. Enjoy it. Tomo-chan is a girl. Didn't like the anime. Probably will read the manga. Just all I'm going to say about that. I don't remember what this one's called, but the witch one from 2023 winter, or 2023 fall. So this past anime season. It's a C tier. I did finish it. It was okay. If you're looking for something chill, something nice and easy to watch, go ahead and give it a shot. It was alright. Fate Strange Fake. Strange Fake. It was great. It was great. I cannot wait for more Fate. I am a huge Fate fan. And they knocked it out of the park with this one. I am so excited to watch more of this show. You were experienced and I was not. It's a very mid romance anime. Very, very mid. Very, very mid. I'll say that with emphasis. Very mid. Sosuno Furin. Or Furin Beyond Journey's End. A tier. It's great. I don't think it's #1 anime of all time worthy, like Mal users think it is. But it's great. Second season of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? There's not much to say about that one. Didn't watch enough. Dr. Stone, the special. This was a B tier. I liked it. I don't like how it's called a special because it is important to the plot. It introduces a whole new character that's in the next seasons of Dr. Stone. So, I don't really know why they did that, but yeah. Shy. Man, oh man, Shy's a good show. Well, hold on. I don't know why I said that. I didn't even finish it. I just lied to you guys. Not used to recording videos. Shy is a anime series about superheroes, and one of them is Shy. There you go, you got the plot. I'm going to be reading the manga. I didn't really enjoy the anime that much. Horimiya special series, Missing Pieces. It was bad. I can't stand Horimiya, and I am a huge romance anime fan. And you're not going to sit here and tell me, maybe you didn't like Horimiya because you don't like the more shoujo, kind of softer romance anime shows. That's a lie. That's not true. I think in my top 5 romance anime right now is Ao Haru Ride. In my opinion, the greatest shoujo manga of all time. And you're going to sit here and tell me I don't like shoujo style shows? No, Horimiya was just terrible. Kingdoms of Ruin. C tier. C tier. The animation was kind of cool, and the plot was just kind of wild. There's just some wild shit happening all the time. My Happy Marriage was an S tier. I loved this show. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm gonna move it down to A tier. It was great. This is the last video I made This is the last thing I made a video about before I stopped uploading, before I went ghost. But it's great. If you haven't watched it, it's really good. I highly recommend it. Dr. Stone. S tier. It is S tier. Now, I don't know which season this is because we're just going to throw both seasons in because I believe it aired in spring of this year and just aired in fall of this year. So this will be counting both, but I think both seasons are in S tier. Dr. Stone is great. It's one of my favorite shonen of all time. If you haven't watched it, I highly, highly recommend you check it out. It is great. Overtake. Have not watched it enough, but it was kind of interesting. F1 kind of racing kind of style. Not like MF Ghost. It was cool. The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. Didn't watch enough. Although the animation is really unique and interesting. Undead Girl Murder Farce. C tier. If you like your more weird style shows, you know, you're more, not necessarily Monogatari, but that's kind of the only thing I can compare it to, even though it's not really comparable to that at all. It's just weird. If you enjoy the weird shows, if you enjoy your kind of random stuff, I think you'll enjoy that show. And then finally but not least, last but not least, Undead Unluck. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in a B tier. It's a good anime. I probably will finish it. And probably will read the manga as well. Just because it's you know, it's a good series. I think it's prime Shonen Jump right now. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really enjoying Season 1 right now. I'm not finished with it or caught up. I'm not sure if it's finished yet, but that is my tier list for all the anime I watched in 2023. If you enjoyed the video, it would be greatly appreciated if you drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment, letting me know what anime I need to be giving a second try to out of these lists. You know, let me know if I missed on Demon Slayer. If Demon Slayer Season 3 just gets absolutely insane, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite anime were that you watched this year. Doesn't have to have aired in 2023, but if you watched it in 2023, let me know which anime you watched this year that you absolutely loved. Give me some recommendations if you feel like it down in the description below, or down in the comment section below. Links to all my other socials are down in the description below. With that being said, thanks for watching. Peace.